Hello and welcome. In this short video, I am going to discuss about biological engineering. What is it and how it's done? My name is Prithvi and I am serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Biotechnology at Haldia Institute of Technology. We come across various engineering domains such as chemical engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics and communications engineering, and one of the most loved trades of today, that is computer science and engineering. But how often do we think about biological engineering? Is it really possible? Research says yes. How? Let's have a quick look. The presentation here will include a brief introduction and will finally culminate with a broader landscape of its applicability and utility. Often when we encounter the word biological engineering, we start apprehending biology. And biology is a study of living organisms. But unlike other trades, can living organisms be considered as machines? The answer is yes. Living organisms can be viewed as systems made of interacting parts. Cells, which are considered the basic unit of life, function like miniature factories carrying out regulated processes. Biological components such as genes, proteins, pathways behave like modules. This perspective helps engineers to analyze, predict, and redesign biology. Hence, it is quite clear that living organisms are composed of organized functional components where cells perform regulated operations similar to machines, genes act as instruction sets for cellular behavior, proteins function as sensors and regulators, metabolic pathways resemble production and supply chains, energy conversion in cells follow efficiency principles. Finally, control mechanisms maintain homeostasis and any failure of components leads to system level malfunctioning. Unlike machines, the organisms are adaptive, they can evolve and can self-repair too. So, isn't it worthy to think that living machines are better than the actual machines? Just give it a thought and let me know. When we want to understand biology, it is always important to understand its complex interactions. And the biological systems are often quite complicated in their whole action. Experimental data alone is not enough, and hence interpreting the system signals are essential. Feedback loops, redundancy, and non-linearity define a biological behavior. Engineers use abstractions and models to simplify these biological complexities. The interpretation not only bridges raw data and functional understanding, but also helps us analyze large and complex data sets that any biological systems generate. The meaning arises from patterns, not isolated measurements. The interactions are often non-linear and context dependent. Feedback loops are used to regulate biological stability, and hence, using all these tools, engineers identify key variables and constraints that could be affecting our biological unit. Overall, the correct interpretation enables predictive control. So, it is quite evident that biological engineering is not a field of its own. It not only combines biology but also involves engineering, mathematics, physics, and computation. And engineers, they apply these design principles to the biological systems to understand, interpret, and predict. Biology provides inspiration, engineering provides structure and control, and hence this collaboration is essential. This integration enables innovation at the interface of life and technology. Biology provides the living substrate, engineering introduces design and optimization. Various branches of study such as mathematics enables quantitative analysis, physics explains the forces and transport phenomena, chemistry governs molecular interactions, computer science supports data analysis and modeling, and hence the real world problems are solved through these cross-domain interactions. By this time, you are slowly starting to have the idea that how living organism is a machine and how it is important to actually machine this machine itself. Biological systems can be modified, optimized, and redesigned. We have known various tools such as genetic engineering, protein engineering, genome editing, and using these, the cells can be programmed to produce drugs, fuels, and materials. Biological components can be engineered and assembled. Genetic modifications, they can be used to alter a system behavior. The modern advent of synthetic biology enables custom biological circuits as well. Hence, we are understanding that engineering improves yield and efficiency. Biological systems can be viewed as complex machines with modular components, and understanding them, as discussed earlier, requires quantitative frameworks from physics, chemistry, and mathematics. To revise, physics helps describe forces, energy, transfer, and transport phenomena in cells. Chemical principles explain molecular interactions, reaction kinetics, and metabolic pathways. Mathematics provides modeling, simulation, and predictive analysis of biological systems, and integrating these disciplines allow precise manipulation and control of living systems. Cells and tissues can be engineered as functional units similar to mechanical parts. Reaction rates, diffusion, and thermodynamics guide system level design, whereas mathematical models help predict system responses even before experimental implementation. Overall, quantifying biological processes, engineers can standardize, scale, and replicate design. And ultimately, machining this machinery is about engineering life with precision, predictability, and control. But is it too straightforward? Does it happen too simply? The answer is no. An engineering application is not just an application. It drives scientific discovery too. Built-in systems reveals unknown biological principles. Failure in design often leads to new biological insights. And engineering design accelerates the pace of biological research. Hence, engineering enables hypothesis-driven exploration. We are bound by this iterative design cycles, which consists of building, testing, and learning. We build, we test, we we learn, and the cycle continues. Iteration refines both design and understanding, while engineering tools help generating new data. In a nutshell, discovery and engineering both advance together, biological science and biological engineering. So, how about understanding how a living system works? As we discussed, engineers predict the system behavior through models before implementing bench scale experiments. Modeling a typical living system includes mathematical, computational, and physical models. These models are designed to capture dynamics across molecular, cellular, and organismal scales. These enable hypothesis testing and design optimization. Furthermore, model reduces cost, time, and experimental uncertainty. Models simply analyze the complex biological behavior through various mathematical equations, and computational models are used to simulate these processes. Through modeling, we are able to integrate data. Predictive models can guide us to meaningful experimentations. Parameter estimation improves accuracy. The sensitivity analysis identifies key regulators. And overall, the models support rational system design. Hence, is it not important for us to understand how we can visualize living systems? I guess yes. What are your thoughts? Biological engineering finds its application in a broader scenario. Rapid advances in the field of synthetic biology, artificial intelligence, and automation have greatly helped in the emerging landscape of biological engineering and have found its utility and applicability in personalized medicine and precision therapies. Convergence of biology with data science and robotics have been efficiently studied. The increasing focus on sustainability and bio-based solutions are being explored. Biological engineering is thus shaping the future of health, energy, and society. To discuss in little detail, we would be able to find reports that synthetic biology is rapidly advancing. The automation is increasing experimental throughput. The artificial intelligence is governing biological design. The data-driven biology is enabling precision. The personalized medicine is becoming more feasible. Sustainable biomanufacturing is expanding. The convergence of biology and robotics is one of the emerging fields, and education itself is adapting to these interdisciplinary needs. Through this screencast, we have understood how biology and biological engineering can be executed, and finally, we are starting to give it a thought to understand a living organism as a living machine. Can this be further engineered? I'll be happy to know from you. Till the next time, thank you and bye bye.